Hey, speaking of doing nothing, if you're on vacation, we're not attacking you right now. We're not. You worked hard. You worked your tail off all 2024, and you're taking a little time with friends and family. This guy is different. Joe Biden, he has spent 570 days on vacation the last 4 years. Get out your calculator, America. That is 40% of his presidency. That means 4 out of every 10 days, for those of you who aren't good at math, Joe Biden has spent on a beach or otherwise at some form of not working.
Todd, did you do that math?
Of course, I got up here early this morning
on that graphic.
I
was afraid to do the numbers. That's 40%.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
40% on vacation.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's your man Wise, and these Democrats can't leave well enough alone. Why won't they come out and just tell us the truth? The election's over with. They have nothing to lose by telling us, hey, President Biden, he wasn't the sharpest over the past 1, 2, 3, 4 years. But no, they keep gaslighting us. They keep lying to us. Chuck Schumer, in an interview, gets called out, and he still comes back and lies to us and tells us that President Biden was as sharp as ever and he did a great job for the country. Piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. These people are ridiculous, and you wonder why no one believes legacy media and no one trusts these daggone establishment Democrats or establishment politicians for that matter. We're going to get into it though. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. Let's go.
I want to play you a little bit of something you said last year. Take a look.
I talk to President Biden, regularly, sometimes several times in a week, or usually several times in a week. His mental acuity is great. It's fine. It's as good as it's been over the years. All this right-wing propaganda that his mental acuity has declined is wrong.
Leader Schumer, what do you say to Americans who feel as though you and other top Democrats misled them about President Biden's mental acuity?
No. Look, we didn't. And let's look at President Biden. He's had an amazing record. The legislation we passed, one of the most significant groups of legislation since Lyndon Johnson's Great Society, putting in 235 judges, a record, and he's a patriot. He's a great guy. And when he stepped down, he did it on his own because he thought it was better not only for the Democratic Party, for America. We should all salute him. We should all salute him.
Do you feel, as we have this conversation today, that President Biden could serve another 4 years had he stayed in the race and potentially won?
Well, I'm not going to speculate. As I said, I think his record is a stellar one, and he'll go down in history as a really outstanding president.
Lie after lie after lie after lie. This administration is going to go down as one of the worst administrations in U.S. history. It's definitely top 5. And it's probably going to be, it's definitely the worst administration in the 21st century for sure. With the Obama administration at a very close second. But then again, there's been a lot of terrible administrations in the 21st century. What am I saying? But the fact that this dude can get on here and lie with a straight face, man, that's the reason why we don't trust legacy media, because she didn't push back. And that's the reason why we don't trust these politicians, because all they do is lie to the American people day after day. It's so frustrating, man. It is so frustrating. And the fact that this dude could get out there and on the other end of that, where's the pushback? Where's the pushback from this quote unquote journalist? These people are outrageous, man. But we're going to get out of here. But I'm going to leave you with this video right here of how sharp and with it President Joe Biden has been over the past year. Goodness gracious.
We resolve our differences at the battle box. The only thing age does is help you with it, creates a little bit of wisdom if you pay attention. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban. on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers. This is the Biden family. Got to sing happy birthday on the birthday. So
Happy birthday.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Olaf.
I know I'm not a young man. State the obvious. Well, I know. Folks, how are you? Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare, it was a bad episode. No indication of any serious condition. I was exhausted. Hey, buddy. Let me say a few things before I take your questions. That's
Do you feel
what
your memory has gotten worse, Mr. President?
My memory is not good. My memory is fine. My memory, take a look at what I've done since I've become president. Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president. As you know, initially, the president of Mexico, Sisi, did not want to open up the gate to allow humanitarian material to get in. And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. We're going to beat President Putin. Come on, folks. I've been thoroughly briefed by all the agencies in the federal government as to the situation, based on what we know now. I have, if tomorrow, if we had a circumstance where there was a lineup and I hadn't inherited what I did and we just moved things along. Anyway, thankfully, former Trump is not seriously injured. I spoke with him last night. I'm grateful. He's doing well, and Jill and I keep him and his family in our prayers.
No need to escalate.
Mr. President, any response to Adam Schiff?
J. Trump.
Mr. President, how do you feel? How do you feel?
All right. This is a great stop here.
Vibes so raw, can't hide the truth.
so sharp.